Well, it is a beautiful day in Ohio. Ollie and I are heading into the barn. Addie had soccer, a soccer game today that she went to. Now, we'll use the word game loosely. Most of the time, she just sits there. But Amy said she's been playing a little harder today, so that's good. Did not get the fall drink from Starbucks today. It was out of stock. She went to Old Faithful, the old latte. It's good. My apologies to a number of people. There's a ton of updates that I really just didn't get out to everybody. And I felt, every time I get an email from somebody asking for an update on something or a horse that I should have updated, makes me a little angry at myself, a little upset, a little embarrassed. Both the Australian horses are now in our custody. We have them. We're jogging them. Troysa and Neptune. Troysa is Daniel's horse. Neptune is the horse that we bought with Robbie and Daniel. Now, a lot of people asking, when will Neptune race? Now, that's a great question. I talked with Johnny yesterday about this, and the training regimens in Australia are quite a bit more lax than the ones here. He hadn't raced for a while, but was training, getting ready to race. Then he did show a little bit of blood in his scope, so they shut him down again, which they have to do over there. But the last 3-4 weeks, Daniel said he was back in the pool jogging. I don't believe he started training yet, which none of that matters, because he's coming from a different hemisphere, a different way of training, and quite frankly, a vastly different way of racing, right? If you've ever watched the races from Australia, it's not the same as the races from North America. They're totally different. So I'm not worried about the time off with him. Like I said to you guys, just give us 2 weeks to put jogging into him. We'll train him a mile and 25, and from that mile and 25, how he goes into the mile, how he trains in the mile, and how he comes out of the mile, we'll be able to extrapolate a likely time frame of when he'll be able to race. Both look in very, very good health, so they've done a good job taking care of them over there, and I like both of them. Now, another point of interest would be Vehement. Johnny had asked me, where is he at? He didn't even know what state he was in. He's in Ohio. We have him now. We shot him this morning. We changed his shoes, and I will train him in the race bike this morning with every intention of racing him next week. We'll see how that plays out after this morning. I'll give you guys a little update later on. Now, the races yesterday, JK Victory raced bad, and I'd asked, Adam had sent me a note afterwards and just said, full of mucus, had some blood, gonna need a week or so, I guess, to clean him up. I think this has been ongoing, right? Maybe he's been battling this because I thought he raced extremely flat the week before. So, it's just one of those things, right? The horses can't always be good, and he's not good right now. So, I mean, he's in the right place. He's in one of the best stables around. And they'll see if they can get him back going. And you can be sure if they think he's in a funk or he needs some time, then Ronnie will be the first one to say, hey, probably should take this guy, turn him out again. It has not been the season we wanted from JK Victory. We had a few little peaks, but quite a few more valleys with him. And we'll see how this plays out over the next month or so, but I am watching it very, very closely. And again, I felt bad the other day. Our Illinois horses and Sunset Acres girls raced, and I never gave updates on any of them. Both the Illinois horses were second. I thought What a Lady, What a Night raced good. I thought Allie's Got Grit squandered a winning trip and pulled out a nice little second place finish instead of winning, but probably should have won the race. Both horses raced better this week than they had in the past. I think What a Lady, What a Night didn't get a great trip the week before and ended up not racing that well because of it. It happens, not the end of the world. But they were both second this week, and Sunset Acres Girl was third. A number of people asking me, hey, Anthony, Sunset Acres Girl, what are we doing with her after? Well, all her races are set on fair tracks. So she does still fit a maiden at Northfield Park. Don't get too giddy. There's no gimmies in the maiden either, and Sunset Acres Girl she's an okay filly. And I know that Earl had been picking up a lot of shares of Sunset Acres Girl over the summer, and I'll confer with him, but my plan would be win a maiden at Northfield and sell her on gate. That would be my plan. we'll see how that plays out. Lots going on and lots happening as far as the horses. Elsewhere, hopefully now you're all updated. I apologize again. Number of horses being entered at the Meadows next week and at Northfield on Wednesday, and then we have Dayton next weekend. Jason's got a busy week ahead of him. He's got Rock Shining Star in on Wednesday. He's got I know Save America and another horse are racing. I'll be in Dayton Friday and Saturday. Friday will be potentially, now we have Brace for Landing in the sale. If he sells, it will likely be Pickpocket, will be entered. So will, now again, if Gypsy Hill doesn't sell, he'll be entered. Irresistible Sun, and these aren't like fire sale situations. They don't sell, they don't sell. I'm not that worried about it. I just thought that the timing was right for a number of reasons for both of those particular horses to move. And if they don't, that's fine too. We'll have 4 or 5 entered for Friday at Dayton. I'm going to stay over in Dayton and then race Saturday in Dayton also. My plan is to stay over in Dayton on Friday and race in Dayton on Saturday evening. Amy will come down with Jason in the truck, and then we'll continue on to Kentucky, as we do almost every single year. So that will kick off our sale. Our sale prep will begin on Sunday morning very early. If you want to follow us along, be a part of the process and looking at and picking out our horses for the Lexington sale, you're more than welcome to. I plan on starting at 7 a.m. on Sunday. I think Curtis arrives a little bit later to start videoing our horses, and yes, we will be doing our show this year from Lexington again. So, I believe you're all caught up now. As I said, I'm on my way to train Vehement. I'm going to train, I think we're training I'm a Trucker and Pelican Al are also training today, and a host of others are training for next week's races. There's one other horse. I want to go with both the Australian horses and the babies. So a busy morning for me ahead, but everything should be good. Oh, just feels like this giant page has been turned. Anyway, off to the track, off to the races tonight, racing all weekend. Into next week, we have double duty, triple duty in some cases. I'll be at Northfield, at the Meadows, at Dayton, and then, of course, we will all be in Kentucky for the Lexington sale. So with that, I'll let you go. You have your videos today. I got a lot to talk about. Certainly not paint by numbers last week. That's a nice car there, Ollie. A lot to talk about as we head into next week. Take care.